Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be giving some psychic insight on the Charmed reboot. For those of you that are not aware, there is a new version, so to speak, of the old show, the Charmed ones, or the Charmed, um, that used to air on TNT and other networks. I believe it also came out on the CW at one time, but it was Alyssa Milano, Holly Marie Combs, Shannon Doherty, and um, Rose McGowan. Those were the original cast members for Charmed, the show. And so now we have a new generation, and there's been a lot of things that I've read on the news and things that people have been saying about the show. My take on it is that we are in a spiritual awakening. There's a big shift in the world. Right now, there's a lot of paranormal shows, there's ghost adventures, but there's nothing about magic and the occult and the topic of demons and angels and the battle of good versus evil. I feel like when it comes to the actual topic of good versus evil, we can all relate to certain level in our lives. You don't have to be a witch and you don't have to be magical, or have any kind of superpowers or abilities, spiritual abilities to really relate to it, because the theme is so much kind of like it really relates to everything that is going on in the world right now. Battle, for souls, battle between good and dark, and everyone has a duality. We all have that duality within ourselves, of good and dark, darkness and light. So I really feel like I'm really excited about the show. I really want to see it, and I am going to see it. It'll never replace the original show to me. I've always have loved the cast members of the original show and the script and everything that they did with those episodes and whatnot. But I really feel like after Charmed ended, it sort of there was nothing else in on TV that really related. There was a couple of other maybe witch shows or shows on the occult, but I really am very intrigued to see exactly what they're going to kind of, do. I feel like they're going to definitely go a different route, not exactly the same, exact same, type of things from the original show, but they will kind of have a little bit of elements here and there. And I feel like it's good for the new generation because there is a new generation now. Back when Charmed aired, I think it was originally in 1998. I could be wrong, somewhere around there in the late 90s. And then it lasted close to maybe mid to 2000s, somewhere around there. But it didn't last that long, per se. There's other shows that still are, in with a lot of seasons still. So I'm just very excited about it. I wanted to talk about it because I feel like there's a lot of people that have come to me and they've asked me, have you seen about, what do you think about it? What are your thoughts? And my channel, like I said, I'm going to be doing celebrity readings still. I'm not deviating away from that or from, everything else that I'm doing, but I am trying to incorporate new topics and kind of discuss and kind of, branch out. I'm not one dimensional. Like I said, I just started doing the twin flame forecast every week, and I think I'm very excited about that, especially for twin flames, and kind of like give you insight what you would be feeling or seeing or experiencing with your partners. But getting back on topic with the Charmed reboot, like I said, I feel like it's going to open up a new path for a lot of the new generations that are now, very spiritually awakened. A lot of the star seeds, a lot of these crystal children and people that are gifted, they really will be able to relate to the show and the elements of it, and kind of it evokes this kind of magical sense of self and kind of, really connects the world together in many ways. Again, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of opposition for the hard, fans of the original show and cast members. But I feel like a lot of people, even older generations people that would be in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, would be able to relate to the show and really kind of gravitate towards it because it is going to be something that's a little fresh, it's new, yes, we've had Charmed before, but now it's going to be a new, new faces and basically new energy. And it's nothing bad. I love the, like I said, I love and will always treasure the old Charmed episodes and stuff. But it's going to be really refreshing to kind of see, and have some show that kind of represents the people that are Wiccan or that are pagan, or people who are healers, because the Charm show wasn't just about witches. It had a full array and a full roster. If those of you that have watched it, all the past episodes of the old one, it had healers, it had mystical creatures, it had like I said, angels and all kinds of stuff. Cupid and mythology. It would go back to Greek and have like Cupid on there, and Athena, and all these. So there was a lot of themes that played with the Charmed show, and I feel like this is going to give like a platform sort of to all of the people out here in the spiritual community, all light workers, and it's very refreshing, like I said, and it's something that's going to be really, really good. I really do feel and foresee that this is going to have a hit. It's not going to be something that goes away after maybe 2 seasons. I feel like they're going to try to keep it going, and it's going to be very interesting. So I feel like if at first there's going to be a little bit of criticism and some skepticism from a lot of people that may be looking at the show in the beginning, but from what I've seen and what I pick up intuitively from my psychic insight, is that it's going to be really, really a good show. And I really recommend everyone out here that is a fan of tarot, or of divination, psychics, mediums, healers, shamans, to really pay attention to the show, because I feel like they're going to incorporate new elements. I also feel like they may be working with actual people who are Wiccan, or people that are very much in tune with their craft, and it's going to kind of bring new energy and new buzz, and help people, come out of their shell and accept who they are as light workers, as witches, as whatever you are. We're all beautiful, we're all unique. And so, yeah, I just wanted to take a few minutes to do something that was a little bit different than my normal videos that I do, weekly, and just kind of talk about different shows, that are coming out like this. This one in particular, the Charmed ones. It's going to be exciting, I can tell you. I'm very excited about it. At first, when I first saw it, I was like, I'm not sure I would really like it. I've seen everything, but you have to keep in mind, like I said, I don't feel like the writers behind the show are going to stick to 100% to what the old show used to be. Like, there's going to be a lot of different elements and a lot of different surprises. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting, and I really am rooting for the show, for its success. And I'm very happy to see that, in my generation now, I'm in my 30s, that there is something out there that, is kind of appeals to the occult, and kind of like to the mystical and the light workers area. Because I feel like there's not really a show out there right now, other than Supernatural. But Supernatural's more about demons and angels, and yeah, they have other, things as well, but it's more gory, more dark. I feel like the Charmed ones, or the Charmed reboot, is going to be a lot more elements of light and dark, not just full darkness, and there's going to be a lot more of surprises that I feel like they are going to really surprise the audiences that are tuning in to this show. So yeah, that's my thoughts and opinions and insight from what I get about the Charmed reboot. Let me know in the comment section below how you feel about it. If you're going to watch the show, what is your take on it? Do you agree with me and so what I say? If you don't, that's fine. Just please keep it civilized. But yeah, I want to know exactly what you're thinking about when you heard about this. I believe it airs October 14th. I could be wrong. It's somewhere around October, but you may need to Google it. It's on the CW network. For those of you that don't have cable or don't get the CW network, you can download on Amazon Fire if you have a Fire Stick, or you have yeah, on the Amazon Fire Stick, you can download the CW channel. Uh, it's an app, and you download it, and then you can have access to all of their shows on the CW, which is pretty cool. So for those of you that don't have access, like you live out in the country or in a rural area, and maybe you don't have cable or you just don't pick that up on your satellite, if you have an Amazon Fire Stick, you may want to look into that because um, yeah, it's going to be coming out on the CW and you can access that. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And if you would like to set up a private reading with me, you can go to my website. That's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Also be sure to check out my new book. It's called Starseed Footsteps. It gets released tomorrow. It basically gives you a in-depth look into the world of psychics, mediums, and healers. It's like a 5D dimensional view of everything, and so it kind of, I answer a lot of questions that have been asked over the couple of years from clients all over the world, and every chapter is a different doorway. So it's very interesting. I'm very excited about it, and I feel like it's going to help a lot of you out there. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing day.